Hi there, crafty friends. Welcome and thank you for joining me. My name is Melissa, and today I thought we would make a card using Honeybee Stamps Lovely Layers Hoosier Cabinet die set. And I just love this die set. You get so many pieces, and there are a couple other coordinating die sets that also go with it. You get this little sheet here that it's a layering guide, and it shows you how you can put everything together. I've already got all my pieces off of there that we will be using today. So let's see what we've got here. I've got my main background. I've got the cabinet, and then we've got a whole bunch of drawers and cabinet faces. So I did do some prep work here. I've got my cabinet cut out, and because I wanted this to be a little more sturdy, I took my X-Acto knife and cut off the cabinet doors that open so I can layer that. Then I've got my background, my base here. We're going to get those all attached. And then I've also got one other layer in here because I thought it would be fun to have something in the background, like a little bit of a wallpaper accent or something. And that way you don't just see the gray when you open up the cabinets. So let's get started. So I've got one here that I did not cut the cabinet doors off of, but I want to be very, very careful when I fold on these score lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ruler and I'm just going to kind of butt that up to that score line and give it a press. I don't want to score this really hard. I just want a nice crease there. So we're just going to give it something to rest on as we bend that back. And I will do that to all of my cabinets here. So I've got all of my doors bent back nice and gently. Now we can attach this to our second piece, and then our third piece, and then our base. I do want dimension with this. That's why I've got so many layers. But in all reality, you don't need to use that many layers like I did. So let's get this one added. And I'm just going to glue, but I'm going to make sure not to glue those cabinet doors shut. So our cabinet is all put together. So now all we need to do is decorate. So we've got all our shelf pieces here. I did those in a brown, and this is a very small little die, so I had to run that through several times. Then we've got our trim over here. I did that in a white and a brown because I wasn't sure what I wanted. I'm thinking the brown may look very nice with our background, with our faux wallpaper on there, or we may use white. But I wanted to point out on these dies, they emboss, and the detail that you get on your cabinet doors is amazing. I'm hoping you can see that. And it just comes out so cute. I did a lot of the die cutting already because there is a lot of it, and it does take quite a bit of time. But also on your cabinet, you have little embossed marks that show you where to put your drawers and everything else. So it's super easy. It just does take some time to get all of those die cut. So let's start adding our cabinet doors on there. I hope everyone is doing well. I haven't been quite feeling myself lately. I don't know if I'm getting sick or if I'm just a little bit run down. I just haven't felt myself lately. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope the weather is nice wherever you are. It's been pretty warm here. And see all of those cabinet faces, they just go on there really easily. Everything we use today will be listed and linked in the description below. If you can, please give me a thumbs up. Please leave me a comment. I do read all comments, and I will either answer your question or just give you a little heart if you leave me a super nice comment. And this just comes together so beautifully. Let's add our centerpiece, but we need to add this one first. So when I got this set, I got it because I wanted to make a special card for one of my friends who redid her kitchen not that long ago. And she did it in like kind of an olive green, but I didn't have the correct cardstock color for today. So today we will just use gray. I did do a Google search, 2025 cabinet color trends, and they were so dark. My goodness. They were very, very dark, dark gray. And I just wanted to do something a little bit lighter because I wanted everything to show up. So now we're just adding our drawer faces right here. And there are embossed marks on there, so you know right where to put that. So I've got all my cabinet faces on there. I've got my little drawer faces on there. I've added a couple shelves, and I'm just adding one last shelf on this side, and I am trying to keep it in thirds. I'm trying to keep the space equal on each shelf so we can add all our little goodies on there. And now we can decorate. This is so cute. Oh, we do need to add our trim, and I think we are going to go with the white. I really like the white trim on the gray. I added my trim, and that is so cute. I really hope you can see all those embossed marks on the cabinet doors. Now, there are also embossed marks on there for your knobs and your handles, but we're not going to put those on there yet because I'm thinking we might use gems. So here I've got all my little pieces all cut out. So the ribbon, the bow, I took from the holiday add-on, and that is the only thing that I used from the holiday add-on. But we've also got the baking add-on, and that's where I got a lot of the other pieces. I got my stack of bowls. I've got my plate rack along with the plates. We've got our Dutch oven. We've got our mason jar. And then it's really cute. They also have a little scale in here that you could do. I didn't use that though. And then all the other pieces I got from the main die set, the main Hoosier die set. We've got our pitcher, we've got the little Crocs here, and we've got the little mug. The little mug was a little bit hard to decide if I wanted to do it two-toned or if I wanted to just keep them one color. But you can see we've got a little piece here that fits right on top of that mug. And that just gives it a little bit more detail. You've got some embossed lines on there, and it just makes it look like a really cute little mug. So you can see my color scheme I'm going for here. I wasn't sure if I wanted a darker mixer or a lighter mixer. Now for the mixer, I did cut this 2 or 3 times. So this one, I cut it twice. I cut it once from silver metallic, and then from my teal there, and then I cut the little details out and added them. For this one, I cut it 3 times. I cut it out of white, I cut it out of silver for our beater, and then the white accent pieces. So it's a little bit fussy. There are little details that you need to pay special attention to, but it is so, so cute. And I think I want my little mixer to go on the bottom because you know those KitchenAid mixers, they are a little bit heavy, and I just want that on the bottom. I'm going to trim the base off just a little smidge so it will fit in my cupboard. There we go. Now that will fit in my cupboard, and I did put a little shelf on the bottom there so that my mixer could rest on that. Let's get that in there. That little mixer fit in there perfect. I am just putting another shelf in that cupboard because I want to put a bowl up there. So I think we'll use a white one. Let's find a thin white bowl and we can put that right up there on that shelf. I think that will be super cute. Then we will also put a couple little things down here on our other shelf. I got our bottom cupboards filled. We've got our little mixer and a little bowl and a couple more bowls and some canisters. So let's work on our top cupboards. For my top cupboards, I think I want to put mugs on one side. I got my inside cupboards filled up on the top. We've got coffee mugs over on the left. We've got stacked bowls on the right. Now we can do this section here. I added my mason jar, my canisters, my roaster. I've got my plates on there in the dish rack, and that is so cute. I just love how quickly this is coming together. You know, the die cutting is very time consuming, but once you get all your pieces done, it just comes together so quickly. I think we will add a couple pot holders up there, and I want to add some bows. Our cabinet is all decorated. We've got all of our little cupboards filled, and that is just so cute. Now we need to work on our background. So for our background, I am just using a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 panel. This card fits a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. If in all reality, you should probably use a 5 by 7 card base, but I wanted to fill the whole card panel, so I'm just going to do that. I'm just lining up my cardstock on my Honeybee Stamps Perfect Bricks background. I'm just going to use a little bit of tape to hold that in place. And we don't need a lot of color, but I want to put a little bit of color on there. So we are using Rocky Slope, Pink Fresh Rocky Slope. And I'm just going to kind of lightly go all the way around the edges. I think that's good for the gray. Now I want to bring in a little bit of waterfall, Pink Fresh Waterfall. And I'm going to go even lighter because I just want to add a little bit of color here and there, not along the whole thing, but just to kind of add a little bit of interest and tie in that aqua color we've got going on. And I think that is perfect. And that just adds a little bit more interest to that background. And that is so cute. So now we can add our cabinet to our background and then our panel straight to our top folding card base. And that is coming along so cute. Look at that. I just love when you open the cupboards that you get a little surprise in there. This is so cute. So you could have put it on a 5 by 7, but I like it on the A2 size. It takes up the entire panel, and that is just adorable. So let's figure out what we want to do for our sentiment and for our knobs. So you also get this die that cuts a whole bunch of circles for your knobs, but I'm not sure what color I want to use yet. So let's figure out our sentiment. I've got some sentiments here from Spellbinders that I white hot foiled on some of that coordinating cardstock. And this, I don't know which sentiment I want. I think I want the Wishing You a Lovely Day. And that came from my most recent Better Press plate. And this is January's plate. And I just got this and I saw this little tiny "Thanks for being uniquely you and wishing you a lovely day." And they are just so thin and dainty that I think that will go perfect in there. So we've got several options here for our knobs on our drawers. We can do the same teal color. We can do a silver. We can do white. And you know what? I am already deciding against those three. I don't know if I want the glitter drops. We can do a champagne glitter drop or the aqua glitter drop or a clear gem. So I ultimately went with the aqua glitter drops. Everything I used today will be listed and linked in the description below. And I just love the added detail those glitter drops give. You know, of course, we have to add some glitter, and they fit in there perfect. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. Everything used will be listed and linked in the description below. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.